Hello and welcome to another exclusive interview from the papers. I'm Juana Ifrim and our special guests today are Damon Kirk and Steven Farrar from the Understanding Company. Thank you so much for joining the discussion, Steven and Damon.
Thank you for
Thanks for
having us.
having us. We're
It's
both
really
very
great to
excited.
it's really great to reconnect and speak with you again. So, how are you both doing today?
Today's amazing. Detroit Pistons has recently won. It's a beautiful sunny day outside. Can't really ask so much more.
Thank you so
Couldn't have
much.
said it better than mine.
Okay, great. So I'm gonna give a little intro, and then you guys can tell us more about yourselves. So in our previous conversation in 2022, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was
Yes.
2022 when we had our first interview.
Yes.
You guys spoke about the company you were building at the time, Obsidian, and of course about its mission and as well as the topic of financial exclusion in black communities as a structural issue shaped by unequal access to fair credit, predatory lending, and disparities in mortgage approvals. Challenges that were actually further intensified during COVID 19. So at the time, Obsidian positioned itself as a black-focused neobank, bringing together banking, investing, and financial education, alongside in-person initiatives with the aim of helping close the racial wealth gap. So, what we're gonna do today, Damon and Steven will share how things have evolved since then, and of course, how their work and mission have continued to grow and take shape in meaningful ways. So, first of all, Steven and Damon, could both of you share a bit more about yourself, about your backgrounds, your career path for our audience who may not know you yet?
Take it
You
away,
can go ahead and
Demar.
start. Oh, I'll start. My name is Damon Kirk. I am an Air Force veteran. I served at Schriever Air Force Base. It's been named Area 52. I am a father of three. I love tech. I love all things tech. I attended the University of Harvard. I attended the University of Michigan, and they have taught me so many great things that allowed me to build a company that really focused on the individual person. And that's kind of where we've been at. What about you, Steve?
Oh yeah, so Stephen Farrar, I'm co-founder and CFO of formerly Obsidian Banking, now the Understanding Company. I came on board in 2021 with Damon. He invited me to be on as his co-founder after honestly I had started reaching out just to get some investing advice. My background is in forensic accounting and asset management, and I'm also very passionate about literature and literacy. And so we have a children's literacy organization called Linking Literature that actually is now under the umbrella of the Understanding Company. And we've put over 17,000 books in kids' hands to date. Have a really good online writing platform as well. That's had an audience of over about just under 15,000 across 147 countries. So very excited about the work we're doing and continuing to do.
Great, thank you so much for sharing. And since our last conversation in 2022, how have things been going for you both?
Pretty amazing. We actually had a blessing in disguise happen. We lost our bank deal in September of 2024. Our bank partner ceased all of their banking as a service operations, and that allowed us to really rebuild our product from ground roots and really own every aspect of our tech stack. So we ended up applying for the NVIDIA Inception program. We were accepted. We ended up going to the Harvard iLabs Accelerator, incubating there and really building a product that can stand on its own from without having the necessity of having the big partners or the bank partners. I think that's really been the biggest change from us today compared to then is that we had to rely on so many different aspects of different companies, different, Visa here or MasterCard or the bank partner. And now it's a lot different where we kind of own and operate everything that we are going to give our customers.
Thank you so much. And maybe Stephen, can you also elaborate a little bit, just to be a bit more specific about what has changed more significantly in the company since we last spoke?
So really overall, so we've shifted from a neobank as the entire entity to the understanding company, which is this full tech provider. And so that technology that we've built under the TUC umbrella is now what's powering the banking product known as Uni, and also linking literature along with some of our other features and products. And overall, our mission has evolved. I'd say that we're still focused on the racial wealth gap, but kind of as Demond mentioned, and you kind of talked about early on in our mission with our in-person approach, much of the research much of the data we found connected wealth outcomes to health outcomes and really life expectancy. And so that's kind of where we sort of put our focus at when we were building, and how we ended up in this space of now closing the life expectancy gap and extending longevity, which ultimately impacts wealth.
Thank you
So
so
just to
much.
add on, I'm sorry, just to add on a little bit to what Steve is saying, we saw two main contributors to the widening of the racial wealth gap. It was short-term spending, retail therapy is what some people usually call it, and longevity. Just 7 additional years of life allows you to double your 401k. It allows you to almost double your home appreciation value. And these are outcomes that we are doing worse than the average American now. It's, so we really want to, your wearable device has so much information about you. It can provide you your sleep score. It can provide your resting heart rate. And these are all leading indicators into the type of decisions you will make when it comes to spending. So we really wanted to take that information and really intertwine that with the product. So we can say, hey, you haven't had good sleep. Don't go get the coffee. Let's restrict your spending right here. Or, 1,000 steps a day can add an additional year to your life. So we really are trying to help the short term and the long term with the same product.
Thank you so much. And when did it become clear to you that a shift was needed?
Just doing the interviews, really sitting down with people, taking a look at their bank statements, taking a look at their transactions and seeing like, hey, you got paid on Friday, but by Sunday you had very little additional cash. Like, what did you go do? And we were talking to individuals and they were saying, hey, I just wanted to treat myself or I just wanted this. So really just talking to the people, when you go to so many doors and you meet so many people, you start to see similar things in every conversation. So we really wanted to take that and rebuild a product that actually helped what people were complaining about.
We, in this age of intelligence, we wanted to hone in on understanding. Like, people didn't ask for more intelligence, they asked for better understanding. And there's been this fear that's come along with like new AI technologies. And so we wanted to hone in on using those technologies to build something greater that just integrates into your life, your health, and your wealth, and just honestly improves just your overall performance. So that's where we landed at with Unity.
The invisible app.
And what technologies are helping you achieve this mission today? And maybe what are the plans for this year maybe?
Okay, so some of the technology we are using are Mistral AI. They are open source models. They're all ethically sourced data. They are not like some of the other companies going and reading books and stealing information off the internet. So we are using them to provide the AI to our product. We are really, really big fans and users of NVIDIA products, their tech stack. We're reliant on Amazon and Microsoft web servers. This allows us to have that instantaneous response to your vitals. Trying to think of anything else that we're missing in the tech stack.
I don't think I think you covered it all, Demond.
Can I also ask, because I remember that back in 2022, you launched a nationwide Black Financial Wellness campaign, and I think, if I remember correctly, you mentioned at that point that your strategy was included door-to-door outreach.
Yes.
How has that go-to-market strategy evolved since then? What is your strategy now, and what is proving most effective right now for you?
We could definitely say going door to door was very effective. It actually got the attention of our local city council in Detroit. We were awarded the Spirit of Detroit Award, and we actually partnered with the governor of Michigan on Black Financial Literacy Awareness Day. And we actually had the government of Michigan take some type of accountability when it came to their wealth gap. But today that looks more like virtual doors. So we are kind of shifting the idea of going door to door to having the doors online. and really having a personalized experience. Just because we aren't going to be able to go to every door in America for everyone we want. So right now we have this product Viewny where you can come, you can plug in all of your connectors, all of your information, and it's sort of like having the bank CEO's cell phone. You can always ask questions about your accounts, ask questions about your taxes or anything like that, and we're providing that localized, specialized information.
Thank you. And if we fast forward 5 years from now, what does success look like for the understanding company?
Go ahead, Steve.
In my honest, just a very short, sweet answer is a bunch of copycats. We pride ourselves in being the world's first augmented understanding company. All of the real conversations, all of those like hard interactions, hard data from the million doors, from us going door to door, is what ultimately led to this. And Demond, I give him a lot of credit for his like just forward thinking. He was saying 4 years ago that hey, fintech isn't going to be just profitable because most of these neobanks aren't getting it right. He talked about we used to be a part of Intel's global banking think tank, and this was 4 years ago that he said, hey, I think all of the banks are getting it wrong. We need to go into a space where the actual brick and mortar is more like a lounge and people can come in and have a safe space, personally manage their finances and just take care of business. And I think now we're starting to see that's where institutions are starting to trend. And we just want to be at the forefront of that. Most of our mission evolved around like systemic issues, and we were like, hey, you can't really make a change systemically without being integrated in the system. And so that's what this technology and these offerings allow us to do. And then it really allows us to act on things and issues without coming from a place of being a victim and really just focusing on the things that are within our control. So, Demond, you want to add anything?
Yeah, just the expansion of our product has allowed us to work with some municipalities, some cities, some really big nonprofit organizations, and it has allowed us to really widen our reach to where we can impact more lives than we could as a individual neobank that was just providing a simple banking service or a simple investing service. Now we're really intertwined. Now we're making the holistic person better and not just getting you access to credit, but helping you manage the credit once you got it or helping you understand the credit before you go get it. And these are definitely some of the things that we are proud of to do.
All right,
Do you want to
amazing.
expound a little bit on All Unity, Demond?
Yes, so we are working with All Unity because again, we are trying to meet our customers where they are. You're not going to save money until you have an abundance of money to save. You're not going to save money if you only have $50 left over after your dues. So we are working with All Unity to offer the Swiss franc to the American customer base, just because the Swiss franc pretty much beats the USD in inflation every year. Uh, Year to year is about 3% annually. Over the span of 30 years, you're talking about a 40 to 45% reduction in inflation. And this allows our customers to still, have cash is what they're going to call it without getting hit by inflation. So that's about a 3% gain in equity over the year. And some of the companies are offering a 4% yield on top of that. So now customers are getting 7% just by owning the same dollars they were owning, still using the same debit cards they were using. But now you're getting the same returns that you would get from the S&P 500. So we wanted to build a product that didn't require a dramatic change in habits from our customers. Just continue being who you are and what you've done, and we will make your experience better.
Thanks so much. Amazing. And is there anything else you want to add? Maybe like a specific timeline for the year, or maybe, I don't know, any event, industry event that you're attending this year? I don't know. Maybe a message to our audience.
So, it's any nonprofit organization, any organization that works with like the homeless or works with children or work with, any disadvantaged population, we are giving out accounts to our products for free for you guys. Just come sign up. We have enough to go around for all of you guys. And we do have a really big announcement coming with a really big city that will showcase how great this technology can be done or can be when done at a great level.
The only thing I want to add is, and it's actually not necessarily a happy moment. But the community banking world lost a great friend of ours, but just a giant in fighting for community banking here in America, which was Mr. Dave Mayo of Fed Biz, Bankers Helping Bankers, and the Banking as a Service Association. And this was one of the first people who actually poured into us in this space. And he said, "Hey, you know, I'm an old guy now. I've done a lot of work. I've made my money. You know, the only way I ask you guys to repay me back is keep fighting and fighting and make me famous." He jokingly said, "Make me famous."
Mhm.
And so, you know, we'd be kind of remiss to not mention him and honor him in this way on this interview with this rebrand, this relaunch that we know he loves.
Yeah, he believed so much in our product and our mission that, we had one conversation with the guy. He was watching one of our interviews and he wired us $10,000. He asked for no equity in the company, no nothing. He said, just come visit me. Come take a trip down to the Bankers Helping Bankers conference and visit me. So we went down there and we had a cup of Jack Daniels with him. Or, I'm sorry, Crown Royal.
Crown
And that's
Royal for
all he
sure.
asked for. And that's something that will always go far for us because that $10,000, it gave us so much ability to do so many different things, try things, and we're just thankful for that.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I think that's actually a great way to wrap up the discussion. And I want to thank you, Steven and Damon, for joining. You are doing an amazing work, and we are of course excited to follow your progress and see how things evolve. We are going to keep a close watch on all the announcements and developments, and yeah, looking forward to our next discussion and follow up. And in the meantime, I wish you all the best with your projects.
Thank you.
Oh,
And I
thank
wish
you,
you the best
Wanda.
as well.
Thank you,
This
and
is
please
amazing.
keep us in the loop with everything.
We'll do.
Oh, we'll do. We'll have your test accounts coming over soon.
Very soon.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
All
You
right,
as
you
well.
too. Thank you.